platform. So I'm just going to take my time in a sense of making sure that more and more people can be made aware that we are indeed live. Okay. So welcome aboard, guys. This show goes live every single night. Okay, every single night, 7 nights a week, somewhere between 8:30 and 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it is an honor to be here before you guys. So do me a quick favor for all of my partners out there who are affiliated with a particular wealth money system. Do me a quick favor, share this out. Okay, share it out if you would like to, as far as on your timeline, groups, fan pages, wherever it is that you would love to share. All right. And so here's the purpose of this show. The purpose of this particular show really is to empower leaders like yourself, because you are a leader, with the ability to win from the inside out, growing in 3 areas. Okay. Your influence, your impact, and your income. That's what we help you to really grow when you're plugging into this show. Okay. So if you want to grow and become an influential leader, meaning being able to move people by way of your words, okay? Enhancing your ability to communicate and publicly speak, whether it's virtually on a platform such as this, or of course in person when we're able to get together in person and meet together after this quarantine season and this season of social distancing. So, this is what we help you to do. And if you want to have a bigger impact on people, maybe you want to become a wealth mentor just like I am, you have the unique ability to do that. And maybe you want to learn how to make money while you sleep so you don't have to work until you die. Maybe you want to ensure that you have cash flow coming in even during this quarantine season. I invite you to plug in. Okay, plug in. Now, we've definitely embarked upon, something special this week. I'm talking to home-based business owners, but most importantly, those of you out there who really have that opportunity to build a network from the comfort of your home using your phone or your laptop. You could be a network marketer. You could be a part of an e-commerce company like I am. Or maybe you are a direct salesperson, but you're able to build a network and it has a referral component where you get compensated for making referrals. I'm talking to you, all right? And I'm going to be showing you, and I've been doing this all week, helping you to understand some of the common objections that you may face and really how to go about overcoming them. Now, I myself, along with my husband, we have been involved in the network marketing model of business for quite a few years. All right. And we became plugged into an amazing e-commerce company a little over 3 years. And we have just really fell in love with this particular system. And so that's why we're advocating and sharing information about it. But the topic matter tonight can really be applied to any type of business where you want to share about your product or share about your service. And here's what I would say, because the objection that I want to talk about right now is this. I don't like selling anything. I don't want to feel like I have to sell something. Does this sound familiar to you? Maybe you have said that when someone presented you with an opportunity. You said you didn't feel like selling anything. But here is what I want you to understand about a common phrase such as this. It really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And here's why I say that. Ever since a person comes out of the womb, you come out of the womb selling something. Now you may be saying, what do you mean? Because I'm a newborn baby. How can I possibly be selling anything? Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. When a baby comes out of the womb of their mother, in order to get what it is that he or she needs, what normally happens? They will begin to make noises, or of course they would cry. What does crying do? Get the attention of other adults. And what happens as a result of that? The adult reacts, okay, and makes sure that the child, the newborn child, is comforted and has what he or she needs, whether, of course, is getting cleaned up and making sure they have clothes, making sure they get the necessary food, or whatever it is that it may be. So the crying, that particular behavior, sells and actually communicates a message to the nurses and the doctors that something is needed. The baby has in actuality sold that desire, that need for something to that nurse or that doctor. And you see, even as adults, when we're coming into adulthood, and if you are not necessarily exposed to really starting a business, perhaps you took the journey of trying to get a job or trying to be employed. Well, what did you need to do to become employed? A person needs to make sure they put together a resume. On a sheet of paper, what is it that you're listing on the resume? You're listing your objective. You're listing, of course, your educational history. You're listing your the past places, if you had some, where you were employed. You're listing your skill sets. You're listing your honors. And even you might even have some references up there, right? So you have all of this listed on a resume. What does that do? It communicates to other employers that you might become or be an asset for their organization. With that resume, you're selling your skills, you're selling your history, you're selling yourself so that you can be employed with that organization, so you can get that position. Even as an employee or a potential candidate for a job, you're selling yourself. Whether it's your present ability or your past ability, you're selling yourself. So no person can actually say they are not a salesperson, because everyone must sell something. So the objection, "I'm not a salesperson," cannot be used. It's not something that really truly can be accepted. They just do not want to put themselves in position to be told no. Maybe it's a deeper reason of fear of rejection, fear of being, pushed back, where someone tells you no. Maybe you just don't want to hear the word no. Maybe that's the reality. And for many people, it is. They don't want to be heard, or don't want to be told, "No, I don't want it," or "I'm not interested." And here's what I've gradually learned throughout the years, and even more, it was emphasized by my coaches, my recent coaches, that they're not necessarily saying no to you or rejecting you as a person. They're rejecting truly the method that you're presenting as a solution for whatever problem they have. Maybe they're just not, sold on their reason for living, their assignment, their dreams. Okay, because your dreams are attached to your assignment and what you've been called to do. So if someone is presenting to you another avenue so that you can achieve your dreams, I would say look at it. And making sure, of course, seeing what it's all about, being open-minded. And I'm so glad, for example, that I was open-minded, and my husband, we were open-minded a little over 3 years ago. We were informed about a money system, right? And we didn't know that the present situation was going to happen, where everyone is on quarantine and everyone desires to receive cash flow or money. There are some people who are essential workers and they have to go out. They have to go out in that environment. They have to be in close, distance with people who may have, of course, this disease. You know what it is. I don't want to give energy to it. And there are some who don't want to go out there, but they're searching for another way. And so share what it is that you have. Understand that if a person says no or they're not interested, you can ask them the question. I know for me in the money system, I normally ask them, which part are you not interested in? Are you not interested in the saving money part or the making money part? Because as of right now, I think both of them are needed. Most people are looking for money. And so I haven't heard quite recently, the objection of "I'm not a salesperson," but it is one that some people may give. I don't like selling something. It's not a true statement. You do, but you just may not have a passion. That person may not have a passion for that product. Or they're just really blocking out their blessing. Okay? They're blocking out their blessing, and because they don't know what you have, and they don't really want to go through maybe a previous experience they've had. Maybe they've had a past experience and they didn't receive the training and support that they needed. So they're going to quickly say, I don't like selling something. It's another one of those things. I don't like feeling like I got to go sell, my friends or my family on something. I don't want to sell anything. It's not truly legitimate. So it's another way of saying they're not interested or they don't want to do that. They don't want to be a part of it. And in other words, of course, most people who are not interested in selling something, they're going to go back to eventually selling themselves or just experiencing struggle because they do not want to open up their mind to the reality that either you're going to have a job, okay, or you're going to be involved in some type of business. And right now, the safest way to bring in income is from home. And if someone is presenting to you a home-based business opportunity, I'm going to encourage that you open up your heart and your mind to view it, to take a look at it, look at the information. Because maybe you can work on your skill set of sharing information because it's not necessarily about selling. People have this misconception about what selling is. We're simply sharing information. Okay? We're sharing information that provides a solution to a problem. What is one of the major problems today? I'm going to relate it to what it is that I do. What is a major problem that many people, or I should say a major lack that many people need filled in their lives? That is money, or I should say cash flow. Okay? They need cash flowing into their homes so that they can provide for their families. Listen. What is that common need? It is money. Does your business, for those of you who are in business for yourselves and you're watching this right now, does your business offer money as a product? That's what people need. People may not be looking for milkshakes. They may not be looking for teas to lose weight. They may not be looking for clothing. And after a while, look, how many masks can you wear? I know those of you are selling masks out there. How many masks can a person wear? Think about it. People need money. And for those of you who, are looking for money, I'm telling you, someone who may have shared this with you, they are part of the money system. They are wealth mentors themselves. And I'm going to encourage you to get back with them. Send them an inbox message. Let them know that you need information about how you can get money coming into your home. You see, there are 4 things that you want to take advantage of, especially in this season. You want to have residual income. You want to be able to accumulate assets because assets adds money to your home and attracts wealth to you. That's what assets do, especially a tier 1 asset like this, which is gold. Okay? Gold attracts wealth. He who has gold has money. So if you don't have gold, that means that you don't have real money. You might be saying, well, Lakeisha, I thought this was real money, right? You see 50, but it really isn't $50. You might see this, right? $5. It really isn't $5. Okay? What is it? It's lost a lot of its purchasing power. It's lost 98% of it. Okay? You need real money. And as I shared, this is real money. So again, what do we say? Residual income. You need assets. You need to be able to accumulate appreciating assets. There are many assets out there, but there are a lot of assets that has risk to them that's closely connected to this that's dying. It's really dead already. If you were to really, you see that person's face on there, that person's dead. So that's really symbolic of what's going to happen with this. This is dying. I consider it dead, but it's dying. Okay. So you want to make sure you have something that's living, living and growing. Okay. And that is this. This is appreciating by leaps and bounds, meaning it's going up in value by leaps and bounds. What are you going to do? Are you going to continue to hold on to something that's going down in value? Or are you going to hold on or get access to what increases in value? So your money never goes anywhere. A lot of people think, oh my goodness, I'm buying gold. And I know I'm kind of taking a detour, but I have to say this. Most people think when you get this, you're buying it. No, you're exchanging. You're exchanging something that's going down in value for something that's going up in value. In actuality, this is where your money is. This is where that fiat is, right here. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's right here. If anything, okay, more of it has now been added behind there. If I was to make, it's still there, but it's just growing. It's growing in value. And so you need that. You need appreciating assets. All right. And so, of course, you also want to make sure that you're taking advantage of the tax codes out there and that you have an asset that's going to beat or outrun inflation. So what is inflation? It's the rising of the prices of goods and services, common goods and services that we normally get, like food. Food is going to be going up in price, and it is going up in price even as I'm speaking to you right now. Why is that? Because too much printing of this, okay? It's too much of this being printed, too much. When you print too much of it, okay, it causes the value of it to decrease. And so that's what's happening. Right? Trillions of dollars being printed out every day to try to bail out the lack, really trying to replace what's lacking. Okay. And when you can't really, if you print this, what you're doing is making more debt. And that's what's happening right now. When you're printing this, because it's a Federal Reserve note, look at the top and go do your research. Google that. It's a little bright, but Google it. It's a Federal Reserve note. It's a liability according to the Federal Reserve System. So again, you have to outrun inflation in order to win, in order to truly build wealth. Okay. And then, of course, like I said, you have to really know how to take advantage of the tax codes, because for those who are employed, even if you're working from home, working your job, you're still being taxed. So you're being taxed the highest, 40%, paying 40% of taxes, right? And you're doing it from home. You might as well work a business, right, where you know that you're really taking advantage of it and you're really being able to write off a lot of the expenses because you're home anyway. You're home anyway, right? For the most part, you're home. So you can do all four of those things. Okay, you can get residual income, get appreciating assets, you can outrun inflation, and you can take advantage of tax codes from the comfort of your home. And you can do that within an e-commerce company, okay, free to register with, not an MLM, not a network marketing opportunity, but it's available for you. And you see, you have the opportunity to get paid 5 times a month. That's every Friday and the first of every month. You have that opportunity in your hands right now. You have the unique ability. And so I took advantage of it. My husband took advantage of it. My mom is a part of it. My father-in-law is doing it. Listen, my father-in-law is in his 60s and he's doing it. Right? We have people who are part of this system who are in their 70s, 80s in doing this. And it's a willable part of your estate. So if something was to ever happen to you, and I know we're in this pandemic, but if something was to happen to you, this can be passed on to your children, because you can put in beneficiaries within your account. So I say all this to say, selling. I'm not selling you the system. It sells itself because it's money. I don't have to sell it to you. So that means, of course, if someone doesn't plug in, they don't want money. And don't be upset if somebody tells you no. Please don't be upset. For those of you who are wealth builders out there, please don't be upset. You just say thank you for your time and you keep moving. Okay, keep moving. All right? And, only thing you can do is share the information, because that's what everyone who has a business, you're sharing information. You're sharing your product or service because you believe it can solve a problem for a particular population. So again, I appreciate each and every one of you tonight being here, viewing this particular episode, and those of you on the podcast platform listening in to this episode. Now, I will share with you, okay, again, if you want information about the e-commerce company and this money system, get back with me, send me an inbox message, or contact the person that shared this with you. We're also going to be having a meeting. We call it, the Empower Call, where we're going to be on a call with professionals, doctors and pastors and other leaders. They are affiliates with this money system. They've realized, when it comes to, what it is that we're doing right now, unless you are an essential worker, there's not a whole lot of income that you have coming in. Okay. And even though they may be essential workers, guess what? They've realized they need this system too. And so everyone needs to be plugged into this system. And so this call is going to be going on every Thursday, and being as though this is Thursday, every Thursday at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can be in on this call. You can listen in. All you need to do is download the Zoom Cloud Meeting app, which is free on your phone or your laptop. Download the app, and then you want to go to www.goldrocks.info. So that's GOLDROCKS.info. Go to that website, join us, see what it's all about. Okay. And of course, if you have questions, get back with the person that shared it with you. So again, I'm lakeisha-mcknight, your leadership specialist and wealth mentor. I'll also let you all know that we may be letting the general public in on a leadership mastermind. So for those of you who are looking to really enhance your leadership ability, because it is reflective of your ability to succeed in business. So if you want to grow your leadership ability, stay tuned, because I'm also going to let you know when, the doors are open for you to register for this leadership mastermind. All right. So again, thank you so much. We'll be back tomorrow night around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with another episode here with the show. So until then, I encourage each and every one of you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night, everyone, and God bless.